in initial time of your professional life, which most of you are, I see people from second year, third year. If you have to optimize for something, then optimize for learning. Don't optimize for anything else. And when you're young, when you're just starting your career, initial your instinct typically is that I want to prove something to the world. I want to become something, so and so in 5 years. There's a time for that. Marry that aggression, marry that ambition along with focus on learning. At least in my life, my journey, and journey of quite a few close friends that I have seen, the initial learning has really helped. So while building Think Labs and even with the other startups, learned a lot of things, right? Learned selling, learned actually talking properly, learned cold calling, learned taking rejections, which is a part of selling. When you're selling 99%, tell me one business which has more than 10% conversion rate. But people who are not selling, people who are not starting up, they don't understand, they don't learn that taking the rejection. So while starting up, learned a lot of things. Learned PHP programming at some point of time because I was getting the website made. And by the time we came out of the company, learned a lot of corporate law also. Could at least now I can see first first two iterations of any contract I can handle, specifically if it is about selling the company. I've got that experience. Similarly, believe it or not, most of the time when you end up with 10, 15 years of journey, you learn about criminal law as well, because there's so many things happen in the journey, right? So point I'm trying to make is that you learn a lot. In my experience, startups are the best place to learn. Either if you're a part of the startup, you're founding one, great. If not, even if you're a part of the startup, it is great learning. You become great generalist, 0 to 1 generalist. Or the second best is investing, which you and I are doing. Right? That's the second best option. So it lets you and it forces you to learn, become very broad in your thinking, learn a lot. But focus on learning. If you have to compromise with something, compromise with something else, not with learning. Similar to that is, don't be in a room where you're the smartest person. And that I have, might sound a little cheesy. Huh? You might have read about this a lot of times, but why I call this out is because I feel it's incredibly hard to do. All your instincts will tell you that you have to be the smartest person in the room. You have to be adored. You have to be looked up to. That I am the best. You have to be giving can. You want to be giving can, right? So it's inherently and instinctively it's very difficult. But then move rooms. When you become the smartest person in the room, then go to the different room. Take risks while you can. I think we in our journey, and again, a lot of people that I've closely known, including a lot of very successful people, have taken risks when nobody thought that they will. Because there's a time when you are initially or in your 20s or early part of your career, your risk appetite is quite high. That keeps on going down as you progress more in life. Your opportunity costs start becoming high. You have more responsibility, right? So as and when you have the chance to take risk, take it. Don't think too much about it. You won't get that chance later. Then you'll get that chance after you're 45, 47. You've done all, and people start saying that you are in midlife crisis. Then you start again looking for risk, but that's a very different kind of thing. Fourth, this is something that I really resonate with. Uh, every overnight success is usually 10 years in the making. I think 2016 demonetization, when it happened, everybody just started talking about Paytm. But not a lot of people know that Vijay Shekhar Sharma had been at it from year 2000. And even I was just entering into college. He was at it from that time. But he got his day in the sun after 16 years. 2018 for Flipkart was phenomenal year. For the Indian ecosystem was phenomenal year. $18 billion acquisition. But people don't remember that Sachin and Binny Bansal had started in 2007. They had so many rejections. They had, I think, 3 or 4 times at least that I know of when the company was very close to shutting down. But people see that positive side, that this is an overnight success. This has just become big overnight, and this is a crazy thing. But most of the time, a lot of sweat and blood has gone behind it. So everything is for long run. Be consistent. It helps compounding, like Warren Buffett famously has said, right? Your compound interest is the eighth wonder. I think compounding overall is a wonderful thing that people realize much later in life. Everything that you do is building up to something. It just adds one or two slices every time. It sounds small at that point of time, but the compounding effect is very, very high. And that's why it's very important to be consistent in whatever you are doing. Whatever you want to do, be consistent in that. This is actually, the sixth one is very funny that I found somewhere, but again resonated. Most of the time people say that, you have to be, if you have to be successful, you have to be at the right place at the right time. Now time is something that you can't really control. The best that you can do is, and which relates to sort of the earlier point that I made, that be focused, be consistent on the thing that you choose, and then be at it. Your time will come. And that again boils down to the earlier things that I also mentioned. It takes a lot of time to build. You have to be mission driven for any kind of success, because you don't know when the time will come. You only know that my place is right. A best example, I don't know how many of you are right now thinking, most of you would be thinking, right? For anything related to digital, Geo was a thing which just brought in the time. People had been doing e-commerce businesses, digital India, all of that was going on. But come 2016, 17, when Geo lasted, everything became, that was the right time for a lot of businesses. But they were at it, credit to them, they were at it, they were at the right place, just waiting for the right time. So it's important. You can't go here and there every time. You can't go searching for right place and right time. Just choose one access and wait for the other one. Seventh is something that I have personally related to a lot, because of the journey that you have, right? Everybody has very different definition or philosophy of success, and you can't be swayed by what others are saying. And that again relates to the point that funding is not success, success is not success, scale is not success. Success keeps on changing, and success is what you are craving at that point of time. So define your own metric of success. Be your own decider in that. Live for what you want to live for. Eighth is actually this came out as an epiphany that when I was having, I don't know when, very recently, I was talking to my wife and just going over the nostalgia. I was trying to think that at any point of time in my life, could I ever plan the place where I am right now? Right? I told you an example, 2001, initial first year of IIT. I could have never thought that I could be an entrepreneur. And that's 15 years. If I go back even more, like every kid, I think earlier I also wanted to be in military or in police or something like that, right? Most of the kids at that time when Paramveer Chakra was coming on TV wanted to do that. So I realized that it is very different from what I had planned. And the same with everybody that I talked to. And then I realized that it is essentially because every point of time you have like, think of it like a stem and branches, or think of it like a road and fork in road. You'll get 2 3 options. All these options would be, let's say, 10 15 degrees apart from each other. Doesn't look very different, but you keep on taking those 15 degrees, 15 degrees, 15 degrees. Before you know it, after 6 iterations, it becomes 180 degrees apart. The life that you had with your childhood friend is 180 degrees apart, and you can't plan for that, because most of the time these decisions have a lot of externalities, lot of things on which you have no control of, and they don't look very different. So don't try to plan 10 years ahead. I think a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of young professionals try to have a view of, so it's good to have ambition, good to have that Mount Everest that you are looking at, that this is what I want to do. But don't try to plan. That plan will come in life, and you won't even know how it is shaping your journey in life.